Good morning, dear class 10 students. Dear students, let us begin the civics portion with chapter 1, that is the Union Parliament. So, in this chapter, we will basically talk about the role of Union Parliament and its contribution for the setting of the proper rule and regulations for the countrymen and its territories or its states. So let us begin with the federal setup in India. The Constitution of India has provided for a federal system of government, though the term federations has nowhere been used in the Constitution. So our country follows the federal system of government, and let us understand the meaning of federal system of government. In a federal system of government, all the administrative powers are divided between. So you just see administrative powers are divided between the central and the state government, and both are supreme within their respective spheres. So that means in a federal system of government, the administrative power has been divided between central as well as the state government, and they are supreme in their own territories to administrate their own states as well as the center. Now, the state government are not the agents of the central government, nor do they draw their authorities from it. On the other hand, both the central and state government draw their authority from the same constitution. So, law and orders are written or mentioned for both central as well as the state government, and they implement the same law and orders for their own areas. Like central government has to uh, follow the same administrative system which is mentioned in the constitution, and it has to implement in the whole country. Similarly, the state government also is its law and orders also are mentioned in the constitution, and it also has to administrate its own states according to the mentioned law and order in the constitution. Now, India has opted for a federal system of government, though with a strong unitary basis. Now, importance of federal setup. India is a large country with 28 states and 9 union territories. It is not possible in the Indian federal system for the state to break away as a supreme or a separate unit from the Union of India. So, in our country, there are 7 union territories, and also there are 28 states are there. So it doesn't mean that they are separately having their own what's called the powers, and they are freely administrating their own areas without consulting the or without depending on the central government. So it is not that way. So all of them, either it is a center, either it is a union territory, or it is a 28 states, they all depend on each other, and they administrate their own areas for the betterment and for the development of the nation. This is essential for the maintaining of the unity and integrity of India. So this division is done within the country so that the administrative system should be well maintained, and also the unity of the country also should be seen and also be there in the country. Now, number two, a federal system is the only system suitable to a country like India, consisting of various types of people. So, this type of administrative system is only suitable for India because in this country There are different types of tribes living, groups living, people living. This is of utmost importance if India is to be saved from separatist forces fighting for the fragmentations and provincialism of the country. And this federal system is there in order to keep up the unity among the people and also to save the country from not to be divided from the separatist tendencies people or the groups, and also the provincialism system should also not prevail or should not be seen in the country. Number 3, there is a division of legislative and administrative power between the union and the state government, and none of them could violate the limitation imposed by the constitution. So both the state and the central government have the legislative and the administrative power, and this particular power has been given to both the central as well as the state government through the constitution. The Supreme Court stand as the head of the judiciary to safeguard these uh, distributions of power and to prevent any action which violates the limitations imposed by the constitution. Number 4, the state have been given the right to participate in the functioning of the government. India has a bicameral legislature, the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. The Rajya Sabha mainly comprise representative of the state. So in the Rajya Sabha, we see that only the representatives are there from the state territories. Number 5, no system of federations can be successful unless both the union and the state have adequate financial resources to enable them to discharge their duties. So both central as well as the state government, they require the financial support. So both of them, they raise the financial supports from their own territories. The Constitution of India has made provisions for the distribution of revenue between the central and the state. So both the central and the state government can take revenues from their own territories, from their own areas. This distribution has ensured equitable distribution of financial resource between the two units. Now in the second video we will deal with the another point.